The jury walked into the courthouse at 8:30 this morning to begin deliberations on the guilt or innocence of Gus Mutscher and associates. Mutscher himself appeared quite confident as he posed for photographers on the courthouse steps, but there were no lack of omens surrounding the day. It was the 13th day of the trial. It fell on the Ides of March, and dark clouds covered the sky. 2 hours and 20 minutes later, the jury found Speaker Mutscher, Fort Worth Representative Tommy Shannon, and aide Rush McGinty guilty of conspiracy to accept a bribe. After the verdict was read, the highest state official ever to be convicted of a felony broke down and cried. Court bailiffs hustled Mutscher and his wife, the former Miss America, through a herd of photographers, and his only comment was unbelievable. Defense attorneys say they'll appeal.
Good job. Well done. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way down. And the right hand. And the left. And underneath. And up. And up. In front of you. In front of you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Left, right, up, right, down, left, up, right, down, left, up, left, down, right, up, left, down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Kick back. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And those 1. And those 7. And those 1. And those 8. And those 1. And those 9. And those 1. 5, 6, 7, 8. And up. Inhale. Left, right, off. Inhale. All right, your right hand the way out at me. And a left hand. And a 1. And a 2. Get it, George. One more good one. One more real good one. Very good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
The new decor around some areas of the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare offices in the federal building include conspicuous no smoking signs and, more conspicuously, the lack of ashtrays. In line with a recent directive from HEW Secretary Elliot Richardson, no smoking areas have been set aside in the cafeterias. Smoking is completely off limits in the conference rooms and auditorium, and no smoking work areas have been established. It's apparently designed to cut down on pollution and the infringement and annoyance of smoke to non-smokers. It is, however, allowed that you may smoke in corridors, lobbies, and restrooms. How do the employees feel about the new guidelines?
This reminds me a little bit of the days of Prohibition. I think this, too, will pass.
Having once been a smoker, I never realized how offensive it was to non-smokers. Now, as a non-smoker, I'm glad that this is in effect.
I'd like to propose that we have separate meeting rooms for those people that smoke and those that don't smoke.
I quit smoking in 1965 after smoking for 20 years. I'll be glad for no other reason that the cigar smokers will now have to go back to their offices and smoke their cigars. I can put up with cigarettes.
I think the smoking ban is a pretty good idea. I've been thinking of stopping smoking for some time now, so it's an added incentive to do so.
As a non-smoker, I think it's a good directive. Cigarette smoke irritates my allergy.
It should be noted here that the Surgeon General is under the Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare, and this warning appears on all cigarette packages. The Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. It appears that one government agency, at least, has decided to practice what it preaches. Jerry Park, Channel 8 News, on the move at the old Federal Building.
Hopefully we can establish a human relations council that would, so that it wouldn't have to be such a blow up as, you know, the way it is now. That if a student has a particular grievance, he can take it to this council where they would investigate and they would act as more of an investigative organization.
Jerry, is there a lack of communication between the students and the administration at TWU?
Well, I think this fact is evidenced by what has happened. Maybe what is needed is maybe more effective use of the lines of communication. Maybe that's the problem. Or, but something is lacking. I don't know exactly what, but that's what we're going to get together to find out.
Dallas Rescue Systems. The number is 747-5311. Well, I applied for a job at a telephone company, and I left a vacant to preference the type of job I wanted. And they called me down one day and said, would I like to be a telephone operator? And I said, okay, I need a job. So anything except, you know, I think this job is all right and I like it.
How are the girls accepting you?
Well, they accept me as just, as I can say, as one of the girls.
How do you like working in a room full of girls?
It's all right. It's all right.
What does your wife think about you working in a room full of girls?
She doesn't think too highly of it, no. She, no objections, really. It's something new.
And how are you accepted here?
Very well. Very well. There's, I haven't seen any complications at all. It's been very nice to me.
Do you feel like a trailblazer?
No. Just a man looking for a job.
Mutscher.
If these problems and some solutions are brought to the public, usually the public reacts, either in favor or against. And what we have done is try to find what the problems are and ask parents, teachers, and students for proposed solutions. They felt that this is what should be done. Once the people are provided with some alternative to help make our schools become what they feel should be quality schools, I think they'll unite behind any effort that's going to improve the schools, period.
It was bound to happen sometime. The first phone operators were men, and now when you call information in Dallas, you might just catch that voice. It belongs to Lanham Odom, one of Southwest Bell's first two male telephone operators in the city. The other one is Edwin Jordan, who has much in common with Odom. For example, both are 22 years old, both are Vietnam veterans, but they give different reasons for becoming telephone operators. Odom says he was looking for a job that would leave him free to go to school.
I will present evidence to the committee that the tools that have commonly been used by the courts and others to implement the Brown 1 and 2 desegregation decisions have not been effective in increasing the quality of an education, nor have they been effective in moving us toward a confluence of cultures.
Have they in fact been doing the reverse?
Yes, we do have some evidence to suggest that rather than increasing quality, the reverse has been true. They have decreased the quality of education that's been provided. In addition to this, rather than moving toward cultural pluralism, they have further polarized our community and our country.
For the first time in this report, the DISD admits that there is some white flight. What indication do you have to support it?
Well, we have, one, the evidence from other school districts. 16,000 white students have left the Miami school system. 8,000 students have left Nashville. Here in the city of Dallas, we have about a 5% decrease. 4,000 to 5,000 students have left our elementary schools as a result